Good morning, children. Welcome to online learning class. As this is the first day of our class, we are going to start the chapter 1, that is how, when, and where from history subject. In this video, we are going to cover first topic, that is importance of dates. And in this topic, we are going to include other two subtopics. They are first, notion of time in history, and second one, why date historical facts. So now let us start the class. We already know how dates are important to us. Like every year you celebrate your birthday on a particular date of a particular month. You celebrate your birthday. Every year we celebrate our annual day of the school. Every year your parents celebrated their marriage anniversary. Every year we celebrate our Independence Day on 15th August. Like this, dates are very important and very much connected with the particular events. So last year we have learned about different kings and different empires in 7th class, and at that time, their court historians and Tuarics used to write the history of the kings, used to record the history of the kings during the medieval period. They also documented the achievements of the kings in a chronological order. They used to highlight the power and achievements of the kings in a chronological order, like in which day or in which year the king fought this battle. The king fought with whom, when was the king got married, when did he get a child. Like that, they used to record important events including dates and year. Like this, history is very much related with dates. That means they become very synonymous with dates. Now, notion of time in history. Very often when we see our surrounding or many events happen in our surrounding and we take it as granted. For example, when we receive a letter in our address through courier or through any other postal service, we used to ask in our mind that when was the postal system started, or how did people communicate before the letters were written. However, if we look around us, we find many things around us that have a historical beginning. Like when we move to a movie theater to watch a movie, several thoughts come in our mind that how was the first movie made and when it was made. We wonder. Or when we walk to a art exhibition, that is painting exhibition, we often used to ask or wonder in our mind that how human beings begin to paint for the first time. Such questions brings us back the term notion of time in historical sense. We cannot always date history in terms of a precise period or time. It will be wrong. It will be mentioned to use a particular date or particular year. Let's say in the above example, we have mentioned like postal system of India, how when the painting was started by human. It is wrong to mention a particular date. Postal system of India did not start overnight. It takes long time. It's a long process to start a postal system. To make a movie, it takes many years. It is a long process. So it will be definitely wrong if we mention a particular date or a particular year, because it can't be happen on a particular date or year. It's a very long process and it takes time. Like this, so we cannot fix a particular date or particular year for a long series of events, like the freedom struggle of India. Freedom struggle of India, we cannot tell that freedom struggle start from this particular day, because we don't know when it was started. it started from from different perspectives, different villages. Like this, if we mention a particular date for any starting point, then it will be wrong. Like the political, social and economical changes which takes place in our country also happen over a long period of time. So we can only refer to a time span, that is the postal system started from this period and to this period time span between this period. Like the Mughal emperor ruled India from 16th century. From 16th century onwards they came to India and they ruled up to this time, so up to 18th century, and slowly they lost their powers till the end of 19th century. Like this, we can take a particular time span, but we cannot mention a particular date. A particular date can be mentioned on a particular event, but for a long process in the history we cannot mention a particular date or year. We can mention a time span, that is from this century to this century it was happened. Like this, thus the notion of time refers to a time span through which any event or series of events might have developed. I hope you understood about notion of time in history. Okay, next let's start why that historical facts. Early history was written for kings by their court historians. They used to record their achievements and every account of their lives, like when they were born, when they were their date of coronation, number of battles fought by the king. Every minute detail was recorded with dates. So using of date was first started by the court historians, which is documented in different records by giving importance to dates. But now, by referring to such kinds of records which is written by the court historians, modern historians has an opportunity to study and analyze the life and the achievements and the events of the kings who ruled in the past in a very chronological order. That means in a sequence, including a particular date and the events. So the study of history is therefore very systematic, that is in a chronological and sequence order, and to understand its development in similar context. That means in a similar context, that means in a particular context, in a particular topic, what changes comes from the past to till present. It is the study of history. That means study of history is not only about time, not only about date. The study of history is all about studying what changes comes from past to present on a particular topic. So, but many people feel boring in history because they think that history is all about to remember dates and the year. It's not like that. History is all about to find out, to study the changes in a systematically and in a chronological and sequence order, what changes happen from past to present and what we can plan for future. It's all about history. So modern historians already we have learned just now that court historians used to write only about history about the kings. Every detail about the kings they wrote with dates and years. But what about the people who live, the common people who live at that time with the king? Do they have records? No, they don't have any records. The court historians did not write any records about the common people. But modern historians think that it is also very important to study about the life of common people. That's why the modern historians are now started to documenting the lives of the common people of that time. But how? Without any record, how do they start? They started to collect the records from different folk tales, folklores, like local literatures and some other available documented records with many people. So like this, they started to collect the small history, small records from different, what we call as different sources, like folk tales, like songs, like dance, like local literatures, and so on. And they started to write, they started to compare those records with the court historians' record, and they started to document it, the history of the common people along with the kings. Like this, modern historians refer different sources to write, to present a original scenario of things happen in the past. Like this. So in such cases, like already we have learned about the kings, that they have particular events and particular things which happen at that time were recorded by the court historians with exact date. But in the case of common people, any particular date was not written, because the records were collected from different sources by the modern historians, and they joined with the history which was written by the court historians. So in such cases where particular dates are not available, only a particular period is mentioned, and a particular period is very important. Like in this particular period, common people used to live like this, in such a lifestyle, under the rule of this and so on and so on king and empire or kingdom. Like this, historians use dates so that we can know what was happened in this particular time, what changes happen after that, and what changes come till now, by using periods, dates. Okay, and from this we learn about what happened in the past, what happened next, and what is going to happen in the future. We can plan for it. Like this, dates are very important in history to relate or to connect with a particular event, or to connect with a particular people, to connect with a particular community, etc. Like this, for history, dates and periods are very important. I hope you understand the total class. Thank you for joining me.